Okay, Tosa Cup, round 1, game 2. This is AzureCuzYeah versus Sabre. So Sabre won the first round, and you're allowed to pretty much change your army up any way you want. And I saw how heavy he was in ranged units, and I decided to change it up to the point I went many vanilla units. I filled up my entire screen, and I went all Tosa Samurai and Lone Swords, and pretty much I supplemented that with a Bow Warrior Monk, Great Guard, and Light Cavalry. Now, I really went the very blunt brute force approach here because I figured he was just going to tear my guys apart again with those archers. I mean, before I even got to him, I lost 2 to 3 guys. So Sabre went pretty much the exact same army here. He has the same matchlocks, the same bow units, all monks, and pretty much the same melee units too. I think he only has 1 Great Guard this time. So he is going to take this hill here and hopefully use that as his defensive position to hold me down. That's where he's pretty much camping. I am going to do the same thing as last time, except I have less cavalry units. I'm going to spread them out, and I am going to hopefully surround him on 2 sides. Or, excuse me, 3 sides, especially with this army here. So we're getting dangerously close. I'm going to do the same thing as I usually do. I'm going to target my Bow Warrior Monks on his general. Aim, target, and forget him. And I'm going to take my Tosa Samurai and just rush in with my vanilla Lone Swords right behind him. So here comes the first volleys. He actually aimed for my Lone Swords, which is very smart. Pretty much he's taking out the units that do all the damage here. I was using the Tosa Samurai mostly as a tank, as they're not very adept at killing units. So I'm moving in. He's pretty much targeting as many different units as he can just to wear them down. And my guys really are not feeling that great here. I mean, the morale is very low from the start, and I'm probably going to lose units very quickly. So my guys are running up the hill. They're getting hit by tons of Shigaru, or touching tons of matchlocks. I'm having my first guys flee already, and I am going around trying to mess with him in the back. So I have my Great Guard engaged with his Great Guard. I have guys fleeing here, my general's in the back, and I do get a chance to rush at his general. His general took a lot of damage from the bow monks with those firearms. And then I move my double light cab and his general. Right here, I think I do kill his general. He only has 5 units left, and I pretty much rally my entire army and keep them together. So I have way more units than him, but they're not nearly as strong or specialized. I think there's only 1 or 2 veteran units, and I'm just trying to counter his army as much as possible. So his real dangerous units here are all the ranged ones, especially the guns, and I did a pretty good job here of actually neutralizing them, because I won the melee battle, and I won in terms of getting my melee units in the way of the units that can shoot ranged attacks. So everything's all spread out here. My guys are going to hold together as much as possible. And I'm pushing back all his ranged guys here with this 1 unit. I actually find a bug where there's just 1 unit seems to run off into space. I find that kind of strange and funny. But my one problem here is I do have my guys clustered together way too much. I have stand and fight buffing them all, but the guys are so clustered together that I'm not really getting around defending them as much as possible. Here's the bug I'm talking about. My Lone Sword is running. My single guy's here, but the whole unit's here attacking his range units. So I pretty much won on both sides of the battle, and I pretty much tried to surround his units as much as possible. Now he pulls his Great Guard away. He sees an opportunity to get my general. I try my best to pull a couple units down to negate any sort of damage he can do to my general. And my general's to 2020. He has melee defense, but it's still going against a Great Guard. I pull 3 units away just to try to distract them while my guys are trying to finish off his units here. And he has very strong units here. He has Najinata Warrior Monks. He has Katana Samurai that go in and out of wavering so many times but don't ever flee. And my guys are very tired. Now, I do my best to surround his guys as much as possible. My general's holding on, barely. 7 units. And his Great Guard finally has it and takes off. So I'm able to stay in my stand and fight and just fight these units here. But I'm barely holding on. My guys are extremely tired. They're losing men very fast. Sabre's guys are high morale, and they have around 60 guys hanging strong here. Whereas I have about the same amount of guys. I have around 100 or so. He has 60, but his are highly vetted and better. Now, I'm worried here. I see all my guys are blinking. I take my 2 Lone Swords here, and I just rest them. I figure I'm better off leaving them right here than rushing them into this mess. And I actually pull this guy, this Najinata Samurai, away too. And I get the glorious victory sign, and I don't worry as much. His Najinata Warrior Monks completely died. Only a few are left, 9, they're running away. And his Katana Samurai that were wavering from the beginning finally give in. And the second round goes to me. So we go to the 3rd round, and that video will be up in a few minutes. Alright guys, thanks for watching.